Man, what a day. You guys, I'm sorry, but you're going to see me. I had definitely fallen off the wagon. So my apologies, but what happened to Charlie Kirk is really emotionally hard to deal with. So, excuse me. Biker Ken, how you doing? Sherman, how you doing? I'm glad to see people coming back. Yeah, I'm really saddened by what happened to Charlie Kirk. And I know I said I was going to come back on here and talk about the dinar, but it's really hard to talk about anything else. The thing that's really grabbing me is a couple of things. On Twitter, you have all those fucktards out there that are laughing and mocking Charlie Kirk. They're happy he's dead. They're celebrating it. I'm not even kidding you. They're celebrating it. The other part is they're posting videos of Charlie with his family. Talk about something grabbing you by your boo boo. That definitely grabs you by your boo boo. Sherman, I hear you, but this one here, this is hard. All right. I'll try to keep from going overboard, but yeah, it's just, every time I feel like our country is getting their shit together and we're going in the right direction, it something always pops up that makes you second guess everything. Sorry, I'm reading the chats as I go along. But a lot of people don't realize this. Do you guys realize right now there is 9 countries right now, 9 countries dealing with their citizens who are tired of this whole NWO movement? It's crazy to see. Crazy to see. Macron, if this guy continues to survive, I'd be very surprised because the people over in France, they've had enough. And now they want another vote of no confidence. So that means he has to go into elections again. But what they need to do is make sure that their elections aren't rigged. Okay. Because a lot of elections that took place recently, well, I would say recently, like a year and a half ago, um, the results are very questionable. A perfect example of that is Canada. So, and people go, no, rig elections. Yeah. Okay, look, really, all the truth is coming out about what happened in 2020. Whether you believe it or not, just like I tell people all the time, look, don't go in there with siding with one side or another. Go in there with a blank sheet, erase all the shit in your head, and just listen to the information, and then make your decision. That's the best. And I'm going to add something to this. But before you go into that shit, let me just tell you this. Go in there with discernment. I said this not only about scripture, but everything else, you guys. And I'm not one of these people that are preachy, even though I can't stand a lot of people out there that claim to be preachy. Here's my thing. You can't understand anything, not even scripture in the Bible, without having a relationship with God. So just let me get that out of the way. And I'm sorry it sounds preachy, but it's the truth. You have to have a relationship with God, period, in order for shit to come clear to you, okay? But so a couple of months ago, you guys might have heard me talk about this. I was concerned that watching what was going on with Trump and his dismantling of what appeared to be the globalists. I want to call them New World Order, but that's the term that nowadays, good Lord, people hear that and the first thing that goes to their mind, oh, it's conspiracy. So I try to avoid the NWO term. You know what I mean? So we'll call them the globalists. Anyways, you think they're going to go down quietly? They're not going to go down quietly. They're not. But anyways, back to Charlie. The thing that's really grabbed me by my boo-boo is, so So if I get pussified, you guys, and I start crying, I apologize. Sorry. Charlie has 2 babies. 2. I actually have a video, the shot video. There's no way on any platform where they're going to let us show it. As soon as he was hit, I knew, no, there's no denying. He's dead. He might not have been dead at that moment, but the bullet went through his neck. Out there, as soon as it hit him, he went into shock. You see him just stiffen up, and then the other side just started. Gushing blood. It's bad. It's really bad, you guys. Okay. The freaky part is, recently, I've been having these nosebleeds. And the nosebleeds have been so bad. They're not just weatherized nosebleeds, but even the doctor was staring at me kind of crazy. He's like, I've never in my 19 years of being a doctor have seen so much blood come out of a nosebleed. You know, nobody knows what's wrong with me. I might not be here tomorrow. Who knows? But I would tell you this. At least I'm right with God. Despite what you see. So death doesn't scare me. But whenever somebody does get killed, I often think about their families and all the hurt and pain they go through. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Hang tight.
Pray God that he survived this. Pray for his family, pray for his children, his 2 young children, and ask ourselves what our country is coming to. How does this happen? How does somebody whose only job is to comment on political matters wind up a target for an assassin? This is the United States of America. We have commentators. We have provocative commentators. This is what we've been doing since the dawn of time. Pray, God.
Colorado.
Now, this is the House of Representatives. Of course, Laura Bremmer, people on the Republican side, they want a moment of prayer, and not silence. They want prayer. And of course, the Democrats fuss about it, and it causes a ruckus in the House of Representatives. Literally, you can hear people using the F-bomb. Pay attention.
What purpose does the gentlelady from Colorado rise?
She wants a prayer for Charlie.
Let's wait a minute. The House will be in order. The House will be in order. The House will be in order.
Yeah, it got. All right.
We are all at a loss for words for what happened today. What I can say is that I get it when my family tells me, don't put yourself out there. I get it. Listen, Charlie changed the political world. He was hated by a lot, but loved by most. And I don't know where we go from here. Unfortunately, as a healthcare professional, that didn't look good. And I know there are reports that he's in critical condition. I would say it's more than that. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but where do we go from here? What do we do from here? Do we sit down and shut up out of fear that the party who is against gun violence seems to be doing all the assassinations? MSNBC is already blaming it on him. They won't blame the guns for this one, though. It's interesting how that works. Anyway, I wish Charlie the best. I wish his family the best. Like I said, I don't expect the outcome either way to be great, but send your love, hug people you love, and stop doing this.
Well, of course, what we learned was that Charlie did not make it. He died. Okay, that's pretty hard. The sad part is the people on the left celebrating this shit. But not only that, did we catch the shooter? You guys? Somebody might have caught the shooter on film.
Charlie. The news and videos of Charlie Kirk being shot at the rally in Utah, I just feel moved, both personally because I know Charlie, and I know how much he loves his wife and his beautiful young family, and all the many people whose lives he's changed and touched by creating Turning Point USA, by giving a voice to conservatives on campus, by standing up for principle and for integrity and for God. And I just want to say, Charlie, I love you. And so grateful for all that you do. This is a rough moment. But as always, I just want to say to people that these are the moments that define us. Be smart. Don't play into their hands. This is obviously not whoever they, pin this on as the shooter. This is not the only person who was responsible. This is obviously part of a planned operation. One of the goals would be one of the obvious goals would be to incite hatred and unrest and violence and civil war. And what would be the ultimate objective of something like that? It would be to derail accountability. The response to this should not be weakness. The response I would like to see from this is door-to-door arrests of all the people involved in treason and sedition, from the John Brennans to the Susan Rices to the James Clappers to the Comeys to the Avril Haines, to all of the people involved in betraying this country and undermining the will of the American people. It is now time to act. And that does not mean rise up and play into their hands. It doesn't mean anything like that. It does not mean be weak. It does not mean turn the other cheek. It means stand and be heard, stand for principle, demand action, and be united. Don't let these things divide us, because we are one nation under God, and we are praying for Charlie. We're praying for his family. And I'm praying in this moment for this nation.
So there's somebody on the roof?
So did somebody happen to catch the shooter? Watch.
Getting right up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that. So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying. He just ran from over, where's my finger? Well, from over there, ran in. And now he's right there. Just saying, just getting right up.
What you hear is a crowd in the back when Charlie first came on. So this guy happened to catch what looked like a person on the roof. I'm not lying. And they're saying this person got shot from 200 yards away. They're saying Charlie did. And is it possible this guy caught the shooter before Charlie was shot? I'm really saddened by this, man. You guys, I know. I'm sure the alcohol isn't helping at all. But I can't help it. I really can't. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to cover. This. One, this is meant to silence conservative speakers. That's really what it is. This shot is to say, if you speak up, we will kill you. That's what it's meant to do. Send chills down the spine of anybody who will speak out. Two, the other part is this. There is an agenda out there to push us into a civil war, class war, whatever it is. And this is one of those things that will do it. because it isn't just that we hear people from one side or the other. The fact that they're out there celebrating this shit is pissing off a lot of people from the right. I mean, a lot. And not only that, you got people out there saying, look, they shot one of ours. It's time for us to shoot one of theirs. I'm like, no. Don't get trapped, you guys. Look, I know it goes through my mind. I'm telling you guys this. That shit's went through my mind. I'm like, motherfuckers, you know what? You shot Charlie Kirk, then we shoot so-and-so. This is what's going through my mind. So I understand it. But by the strength of God, tells me, don't think that way. I'm trying really hard. Dear God knows I'm trying hard. But a lot of people on the right, we have been turning the other cheek for so long. The people on the left don't give a shit. They don't. You can't even have rational conversations with them. Now, let me show you the celebrations. So hang tight. Here we go.
There are a lot of people that
Watch.
there are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
Charlie Kirk just got shot.
Well, breaking fucking news, folks. Seems somebody just took a shot at one of the Fanta-Fascist's favorite 5-mile wide mouthpieces, Charles Chucklefuck Kirk.
Political.
Here's where I start getting concerned is when you start riling up the people from the right.
To be absolutely crystal clear, this is political terrorism. And we have leftists all over X, all over TikTok, even in my own comments right now, celebrating. How far gone do you need to be as a human being to celebrate when someone who has different political beliefs than you gets shot? How far gone as a human being must you be? Political violence, political terrorism has no place in this country. I don't care how much you disagree with someone's politics. I don't care how much you disagree. Nobody deserves that. To be absolutely crystal clear, this is political terror all over X.
Okay, you get the point. And this is what I was concerned about, is that you would see I don't know if you guys remember this, but it couldn't have been even a week ago. I said I was concerned about a false flag event that would trigger class war, race war, some kind of war. Well, this is one of those events that would trigger a war, a civil war. I'm hoping that calmer heads prevail. Charlie Kirk was a great target for the people on the opposite side. Let me tell you why. Seriously, I remember Trump's first term, all the hatred and all the bullshit, especially from colleges. It's terrible. Then we had a handful of lawyers that went in and despite all the bullshit, despite all the threats, despite all the rumbles and jumbles going out there, they stood up in front of these college students and spoke and had debates. Charlie Kirk was one of them. And that man was flipping college campuses all around our nation. All around the nation. His crowds are huge, guys. They're fucking huge, man. But what I love about Charlie, he just wasn't political. he infused God in everything he did. He was truly one of God's greatest warriors. He really was. I'm not even kidding. He was. So it's hard not to get caught up in emotions. I get it. I'm one of them. There's a huge part of me that's like, no, we can't just sit back and do nothing. I really want to hurt those people. I do. But it is not the right move. This New World Order movement is crumbling. And it's not just here in the United States, it's all around the world. There are 9 countries, I told you right now, 9 countries right now in which the citizens are about this close to overthrowing the government. In Nepal, it happened. They're done. They're done with those bullshit. They're done with having open borders. They're done with all the corruption. I'm going to release a video showing you guys recently how many Democrats have been arrested and charged with so many crimes. So many. And I know people go, well, Pimpy, you know what? It's not just the Democrats, it's Republicans too. Yeah, there are a couple of Republicans, but let's be honest. It is one side of the political form. There's a reason why I call them the demon rats. They push demonic shit. Come on, man. Same-sex marriage, transgender ideology. Are you serious? You're going to say they're not demonic? Abortion. This is not good, you guys. These people are not. I'm sorry, they're demonic. And this is what lost my channel last time because I spoke out against their demonic acts. I spoke out about their demonic actions. So I know there's a lot of you guys in there that want me to respond to your comments. You don't understand how fast they're going by. They're going by really fast. All right. So please pray for not just Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk's saved. There's no doubt about it. Charlie Kirk was a man of God, and he is in a better place. And trust me when I say he's in a better place. But my biggest fear, my biggest hurt is for his kids. They're so young. How will they even know who their father is? And how will they know the effect that Charlie Kirk had on our nation? If it wasn't for him, we would not be where we are today. Come on, people. You know this. I appreciate you guys. I know you guys want me to be better. I get it. But look, I've been drinking since I was 9 years old. And even though I'm having these hemorrhages and the doctor is doing tests on me, he said it has nothing to do with alcohol. But the thing that freaks me out is they have no idea why. It's a lot of blood. Not that I want to gross you out. Sickening. You guys saw the pictures. I posted it on one of my videos. So, you guys, post comments, man, in here. Go ahead. I want to hear what you guys have to say about Charlie Kirk. Either side, either you like them or you don't. I am curious to see what you say about him. Because the thing that interests me is those people who go, well, he deserves this. Really? Why? I come from the other side, guys. Most of us do. I helped with Harry Reid's political campaign. Yeah, the devil himself. Right? I was a huge Democrat. Huge, man. I did everything I could. I bent my ass backwards to make sure they were in office. It took a huge awakening, like many other people. Many, Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, those people out there. We were all, Joe Rogan, we were all Democrat at one time. But then we woke up and saw the truth. That these people are pushing a huge demonic agenda, guys. Thank you, Biker Ken. Yeah, I know. Today I was like, you can't do this. Don't drink. But I could tell no matter what I was doing. Pimpy, you're not on Ozempic? No, I'm too fat to be on Ozempic. No, I'm not on Ozempic. Thank you, though. Look, I'm doing pretty good about tailoring my drinking. I know it's bad for me, guys. I do. And I appreciate all the love and concern. But this today, I fought tooth and nail not to do this, not to drink. It's a terrible way to deal with hurt and pain. It really is. Sherman saying the nosebleeds? No, even the doctors don't know what's causing it. It's crazy. I can't look. The last doctor I seen in the ER room, and when my nose started bleeding right in front of him, he gave me a tray. Not to get all graphic and stuff because it's shitty, it's gross. Anyways, I put the tray under me, and he watched me bleed. You know what I mean? And he was just staring and staring, and he was freaking out. And I could see it in his face. There's concern. I was like, and he goes, in his 19 years of being a doctor, he said, I've never seen anybody in my lifetime hemorrhage as much as you did through your nose without having a cause, like a broken nose or somebody hit it or some kind of damage to the nose. He said, you're just nose bleeding. I go, what? You mean this is not from the weather? I joked about this because even in my own death, I would joke about it. So, it is. But you know what? Here's the thing. I'm doing a lot more to make sure I stay healthy. I promise. I'm telling you guys I am. All right. And there's a lot of you guys out there that are very concerned. And I'm grateful for that. And I love you guys because of this. Okay. I know I'm a very self-destructive person, but in a very cautious way. So yeah. But I spend a lot of time reducing the amount of stuff I drink. But today's different. There's a lot of things I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about the repercussions of Charlie Kirk. I'm praying for his daughters and his family and his loved ones. And you guys, please pray for his family. He was murdered because of his political views. He might have been murdered more than that because of his religious views. And there's a huge part of me that thinks it's more about religion than it is political. He definitely... Sorry about that. He definitely was a warrior of God. Nobody could deny that. But sometimes, sometimes God needs his warriors there more than he does here. Everything has a purpose. Good, bad, or ugly. No, I'm not on any blood thinner. I'm not on any blood thinners, you guys. None. That's the thing that's freaking out the doctors. They don't know what's wrong. No blood thinners. I go, I do drink. They're like, even so, your drinking should not be causing the amount of blood you're losing. And when they're originally checking my blood levels, I was not at first showing any blood loss, which is weird. The doctor's like, I don't understand. He literally just watched me bleed. It's gross. It's like a cup of blood was in his little bag. I used to put it on my face. But then after a while, it did start to take an effect on my body. Weak all the time and tired and had trouble breathing and my blood pressure went up. And they're like, well, your blood pressure's high. Well, yeah, fucking if your body is struggling to get oxygen, you're going to have high blood pressure. You see what I'm saying? And I was breathing really heavy, doing stupid things, like small things. But for the most part, the bleeding has slowed down. I was doing it like 4 or 5 times a day. Yeah. Oh my God, you guys, it's terrible. 4 or 5 times a day. to now it might be like once every 2 days, once every 3 days. So it's slowed down. It has. Alcohol thins the blood. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I know. They tested my kidneys. They tested my liver. No signs at all of any type of alcohol abuse, which is again funny. You want to see two women, my current and my ex-girlfriend together in the same ER room, curse out the doctor, cursing out the doctor, which is funny because one girl is she's Hindu. Don't cuss. She's jumped out of her chair and used the F word, which I never thought in my life I would ever hear. Look, I know there's a lot of people out there that care about me and love me. I get it. And that's why my drinking has slowed down a lot. But it's not related to this thing I have. I don't know what it is. Don't know. And it is kind of freaky that the doctors don't know. But I'm going to do whatever the doctors tell me. All the tests I'm running, hopefully we'll find something out. All right. Sherman, I think what you're talking about is this. Hold on 1 second. This is a crap that they gave me. This spray up my nose. The doctor did. And what happens is it's supposed to stop nosebleeds. So even if I start to get like a little tickle, I'll spray it up right away. You know what I mean? I'll spray it. And for the most part, I will say this. I think this is responsible for the reduction of the amount of times my nose bleeds. But look, you guys, I'm sorry. It's kind of hard. I don't want to get sidetracked. I'm really saddened by Charlie Kirk. This guy was a pioneer and he was a mover. And he was murdered because of his political beliefs. And I think there's a bigger agenda behind it. And just like everything else, they're going to screw this investigation up. So it's really hard for me not to feel like our own intelligence agencies are behind this because he's a perfect target. He really is. But my heart goes out to his family, his wife, his children. They'll never sorry. They'll never know their father. How do you describe him? Who he was? And how important he was. Sad. It's really, really sad. No, the nosebleeds are not from hay fever. The nosebleeds have been for weeks, a few weeks. That's it. But they have tapered down big time. All right, big time. What I can tell you about the nosebleeds is, I get tired really easy. Like when I'm shooting videos for you guys to do the NAR ones, you don't get it. I got to do them in small clips. I videotape and then edit it and hold it. And they continue because they get winded really easy just talking. I'm stronger right now enough to do the live broadcast, obviously. But I get tired real easy. And I keep pushing myself because there's no way in God's green earth I'm going to let this shit whip my ass. That's for sure. I insist on pushing myself. But again, when you have a lack of oxygen go to the body stresses and it causes high blood pressure. And that's what's freaking the doctors out as well. But I was like, yeah, just no, it's not my time. Not my time. I refuse to let this shit do anything to me. I'm supposed to see a specialist. Okay, some of you guys are a little bit older than others, but I remember growing up when I went to the ER, we saw a doctor. That one doctor would handle everything that you needed when you were in the ER. Now, when you go to the ER, okay, so I broke my arm and ended up breaking my elbow, and they're like, well, you're gonna need a cast. I was like, okay. They go, so you're gonna have to come in and see a specialist. I was like, for freaking cast? They're like, yeah. I set the appointment, but it was a week later. By the time I got there to see the doctor's like, well, your bones are growing together. I was like, because you fuck nuts took too long. I was pissed. But that's how it is now. And this ER doctor's like, well, there's tests we want to run on you, but you have to see an ENT as a specialist. Now, you're talking to a person who's literally an expert in medical insurance and billing and coding. And I'm a what's called a revenue cycle expert. So I know it inside out. I know why they do what they do. I know all the bullshit. It just makes me sick. It does. How they treat the patients because they do everything they can to earn extra money by stringing your pain and suffering along is what they do. Okay, guys? Snort cold water on my nose. That'll be interesting. When I was younger, I snorted a lot of shit in my nose, but I never snorted water. You know, money is right. Anyways, you guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get on here, get all preachy and saddy and squishy and shit. But really, you guys gotta understand, and whether you hate them or love them, it doesn't matter. No person should be murdered for their political views. And the sad part is, it's really not surprising to me. It really is not. Watching Trump do what he's doing, whether you love him or hate him, destroy this globalist movement or this New World Order movement, it shouldn't be surprising to everybody that they're not going to go down without a fight. That's just the bottom line. Okay, guys? Look, there's family members out there that we bump heads with, and we're not talking to at the moment. You need to put your stupid shit aside and reach out to them. Time is short. You never know when yours is going to end. And for Charlie Kirk and his family, the time has ended. Anyways, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Love you to death, man. I really do. All right. You guys have a good evening. Sorry, I know I was supposed to talk about the dinar, but that's not what's on my mind. Okay? Love you, and I'll catch you later, all right? I'm out.